Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zmore, the dad in DPS, and we're back with another video, and this is in relation to Palworld and the Nintendo lawsuit. Now, if you don't know what Palworld is a game that was released at the start of this year, and it was touted as Pokemon with guns. There was a lot of controversy around it, surrounding, copyright claims and things about people were saying that they were ripping off Nintendo and Pokemon, and it was generally just a lot of online internet drama involving it. It was received really well. It was basically Pokemon with guns with survival elements, base building. Overall, seemed quite a generally fun and interesting game. And as more time kind of went by, people were comparing the models of the pals versus the Pokemon. And a lot of them bear a stark and striking resemblance. And we've got an IGN article here that has some of them here. And you can see through some of them, it is just, you can see the resemblance. They're not the same, but there is a similarity. And some of them less so, people making big stretches. Like, again, this is a penguin that looks very penguiny and is blue and kind of white or light blue. There's certain things that are very similar. The face on Snorlax versus whatever this cow thing is. Now, at the time, I remember someone getting the face of this, the Meowth, and the face of the Grintail, and comparing them, and they pretty much overlap perfectly, which is very, very suspicious, because you could draw the same face, but to get it to overlap perfectly is a bit suspicious. So that one kind of sold me that they might have asset ripped certain things. You've got things where people are talking about that. And there's obviously a lot of inspiration where they took elements of certain Pokemon and put them into their pals. And that, to me, is, fine. There's not, like, a lot of bad things about that. It's like this Pokemon's based on Robin Hood, and this one is Robin Quill. And I get that obviously they've taken inspiration from the Pokemon and the fact that it was meant to be Robin Hood kind of thing. So there is that kind of thing of it is clearly inspired by it. Again, this one, the colours are almost exact, but it's a bit of a stretch to say it's a copy or a kind of a rip of it. Now you get into more, what's the word, egregious version of it. Well, this is based on Anubius, but it is basically Lucario. And it's that kind of way where you could have done so many different things. You could have made it a lot more tall, slender, more like the Egyptian iconograph, but because they've got a very Pokemon style, it comes across as being uncanny valley and a bit too similar. This one I don't really agree with, but, it is similar. Again, another similar one. This one is one that I was like, that's a bit suspicious, because the model of the head is quite almost exact. It's not quite the same, but there is elements of certain of these creatures that bear too much of a resemblance, as if they've taken the original model of the Pokemon and then adjusted it. And there's some of them that, when you look at them under a fine light and put them, like, overlap them, there are too much similarities. Like, it gets kind of ridiculous, but it's like your Pokemon and then your Pokemon on Temu. And you can see why people were kind of like, there's something a bit strange about these things. Like, that is clearly a max not Pikachu, a max Eevee. Like, there's so many different things. And I remember at the time, when you overlap these two models, they were almost exact, which was very, very, very strange at the time. And you just see the general gist of it. Same with the model for this one. It overlapped with, I'm fairly certain, Serperior's model, and people got, foaming at the mouth. Some of them, it's just a little bit of an aesthetic thing. It's like they fused two Pokemons together, and it's not really that deep. Yeah, this one was a really bad one, in my opinion. It's almost exactly the same thing, but it is just a dog with hair. So it's that kind of way where there has been a lot of speculation since the time of Palworld's release that Nintendo was going to sue them, and Nintendo left a message not long after Palworld came out that they were going to look into it, and if they found anything, they would take the appropriate legal action. Now, it appears to be the case. Now, when it comes to it, Pocket Pair, the company that made Palworld, has basically said that it begrudgingly will investigate the patent infringement claims, which is what Nintendo has done, while continuing to update Palworld despite the lawsuit, and apologise to players who are concerned about the future of the game. Because the reality is this game could get taken down if Nintendo are found to be in the right, and that Palworld has encroached on their copyright. So this is the Pocket Pair statement in full. So it says, regarding the lawsuit, yesterday a lawsuit was filed against our company for patent infringement. We have received notice of this lawsuit and will begin the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into the claims of the patent infringement. At this moment, we are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. Pocket Pair is a small indie game company based in Tokyo. Our goal as a company has always been to create fun games. We'll continue to pursue this goal because we know that our games bring joy to millions in the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for our gamers. We were blown away by the amazing response to the game and have been working hard to make it even better for our fans. We'll continue improving Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. It is unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to game development due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans and to ensure that the indie developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. We apologise to our fans and supporters for any discomfort this news has caused. As always, thank you for your continued support of Palworld and the Pocket Pair. So what this basically says is they are going to have to stop doing what they're doing and take this seriously. And this should be taken seriously. Nintendo is not a company that throws around lawsuits that they don't think they're going to win. They're the type of company that is litigious when they need to be. And when they see a thing that they can win and they can see that they can absolutely rake someone over the coals, they will. I mean, Gary Bowser is a good example. They effectively made that man's life hell. He is screwed for life. And this is the thing. They are also dealing with a company in Tokyo. So they have the home field where they know the laws and the rules about Japanese law. And they're in Japan. So I don't think this is a good sign for Pocket Pair. Nintendo is a very big company. Nintendo is a very powerful company in their home turf, and I don't think Pocket Pair is going to do well here. Now, what is going to be the outcome from this? Well, I could totally see Nintendo saying they want Palworld taken down, erased, obliterated. And as much as that would be a sorry thing to happen, where lots of people would lose access to a game that they've probably devoted a lot of hours to, I can't honestly say I didn't expect this. Back in the time when I tested out Palworld and played a little bit of it, I did say I wouldn't be buying it on the basis that I was always going to have the fear that I would lose access to it on the basis that Nintendo would sue them, because there was a couple of things that just seemed a little bit too coincidental and too good to be true. Now, obviously, this might not be the case. Nintendo might be completely mistaken, and Pocket Pair might come out of this smelling like roses. But I just don't see it. And this also brings into the consideration of Palworld is free to play on Game Pass. And is it my understanding, like, correct me if I'm wrong on this, hasn't Microsoft essentially purchased it from? So is Microsoft culpable and at risk from this as well? So there's a lot of different factors and things to kind of put into this. What is going to be the overall ramifications and long-term effects from this for the gaming environment? And granted, I think indie games should be encouraged, indie developers should be encouraged, but if they are proven guilty of infringing on patents and stealing, and this is the key fact, if it is proven that they have been stealing stuff from Nintendo, I think they deserve to get the book thrown at them, because I said that at the time and I'll say it now. But what is everybody's thoughts in regards to it? What do you guys think is going to happen with this situation, and have you been playing Palworld? Either way, guys, I will catch you all next time on the internet.
through the charts. Palworld, we will stand our ground. In the courtroom we'll be found, defending dreams we made so wild for every gamer and every child. Pixel art and coded lines, together in the darkest times. Heroes marching to and fro. Which way this will go, who knows?